everyone. Welcome to a new live session from the Customily team. As we are letting some attendees get inside, we're going to wait a minute and play some music.
Online store owners, listen up now. I'm about to drop some knowledge, show you how Customily, the best app in town. Let me tell you why, so you can wear the crown. Then you can wear the crown. Personalization is the name of the game. Give your customers that personalized fame. Customized products so unique and cool. Spread the word, don't be a fool. With Customily, the store will stand out. The possibilities, there's no doubt. From t-shirts to mugs and everything in between, your customers will feel like a dream.
Okay, welcome everyone that's just joining in. Welcome to this new live session of Customily. We are just kicking off July, half of the year. So thank you for sticking around with us. We're going to get started right now. For those who don't know me, my name is Josema. I'm going to be your host today, but I'm not alone here. Together with me on the back end, on the chat, and also presenting, we have Cecilia and Ezequiel. They're going to be answering your questions on the chat, and also they're going to be presenting some great design ideas for this season. In today's agenda, we have something very interesting, and we have been announcing this over the week. We're going to cover some top custom designs for June and July, basically summer. Some great ideas for t-shirts, because today is all about t-shirts. And we're going to see how to improve the product mockups of our store. Every time we create a product, we have a standard mockup for that product, and the personalization from Customily shows in that mockup. But we can learn some tricks to improve that. It requires work, but at the same time makes a huge difference. So that's what I'm going to be covering today. Of course, at the end, we always have a Q&A time, but any questions that you want to ask around along the way on the chat, some of them we're going to be answering on the presentation as well. Okay, so today we are welcoming Ezequiel, if I'm not mistaken. They keep changing because they're both experts.
Hi,
no. Okay, well, welcoming Cecilia today to tell you about our Customily designs for this season. Hi, Cecilia.
How are you? Hi, Diego. I'm reading the chat today. The other day I had the chat on a side, but today I'm seeing everything. So hi, Diego. Hi, everyone. Hi, Luna, Patricia, Rob, everyone who's saying hi there. Okay, so before we start with the t-shirt, which is the class that we prepared for today, we wanted to show you our top designs for June. These are the designs that our users used the most during the last month. There. So as you can see, of course, in June, it was Father's Day. So we see a lot of these designs, these Customily designs for Father's Day. These were the top used by our users. This dog that got that, this one with the photos that we saw in a previous live session, and then more that's with pets. Apparently, amongst our users, the pets are really popular. And then we had a couple more of that, and then the music player. This design has been really popular the last month since we launched it. It's really nice. And then we start seeing a design for summer, because we are now in summer season. If you missed our live session last week, we showed tons of designs and amazing ideas for summer. So I recommend you to watch it again. And then we also had this design for graduation, which is now I think it's still graduation season. I'm not sure in America. I don't know, Jose, if you know when it ends and when summer starts. I think we might be ending graduation season now, but
I think it's we are in the summer break pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. So anyway, these are the designs that our users used the most, but that doesn't mean that you have to stop using. I mean, for example, any design for dad, if anyone who has a dad might want to buy a present with any of the design for their birthday or for any other occasion. If Father's Day has passed, that doesn't mean that you can't use this design. So it's always good to know what people are buying, what are their favorites.
Yeah, and
So
also since we present this every every Wednesday, you will see
mhm,
that some designs keep repeating because, as you see, these are the users pick, and we pull this from our data. Regardless of the product itself, is the design what's popular. So as long as you keep seeing father designs or summer designs or graduation, because this still keeps trending, even though the hot season is over. These kind of things like are still popular when creating new products.
yeah, of course. I mean, in Father's Day, of course, we see like a peak of sales for these designs, but that doesn't mean that you can't sell these throughout the year, of course. So moving on to today's class, we have prepared some content for T-shirt, which is the star today. T-shirt is probably, I think, it's the best-selling product ever. It's the most versatile product that you can find. Any design looks good on a T-shirt. So first of all, here we have some ideas of what you can create with Customly. Very easy. These only take a couple of tools like the custom text or the image upload or the dynamic image if you have some art that you want to add to your designs. Any of these four options are super simple. You can do it with Customly. First, we have a t-shirt with a custom text and an art. In this case, we grab an idea for the last Taylor Swift record, which I'm a big fan, you already know. So this is like a mix of the title of her record, but also because the title says the Torture Teachers Department. So it's taking advantage of the back to school season that's coming up really soon after summer is over. So it's like a mix between Taylor Swift and the upcoming season for teachers. And you create this amazing design. It's super original and it's something that you can sell and create really easy and customly. You just put like the art and then below it has like a custom text and a year. Then we have, of course, t-shirts with photos. In this case, is a lovely image of a dog, a girl with a dog, and it has a mask to give it like a special shape. So you don't need to just upload a photo and have it like circle or a square one. You can add mask and give them special shapes to make it looks better, of course.
You can go back a couple of live sessions and see how to do those masks. Don't
Yeah,
forget
yeah,
about that.
definitely. Well, yeah, we use it for street maps, but of course you can apply the same mask for pictures as well. So then we have, for example, custom photo with a background. In this case, instead of just uploading the image, you have a nice background and you put the image on top of it. It looks great. Again, pets are super popular. All these ideas, we took them from Etsy of t-shirts that are currently selling really good. So any of these will give you sales, I'm pretty sure. And then we have this classic photo plus text. We have a fixed text. Then we have a set of images. Your customer can upload all the images. I think there are six, yes, six of them. And then below, you can let them personalize with their names, with a special dates, or whatever they want. So again, any of these options is really simple. You just create them in Customly with a couple of tools, and you can have a nice design in a couple of minutes ready to apply to any t-shirt.
In fact,
So
the one with the custom the custom photos, actually that's
yeah,
a pretty new one, the last one on the
yeah,
right. It's pretty original because not only can you upload the images and you can put the the custom text below with the message and the names, but on the top the title, the one that's repeated 3 times,
the
sorry,
only you, yeah.
uh, yeah, 2 times.
Mhm.
It may be something fixed, or it may be something you want to type. And remember, you can do this in Customily and have not only the white text change, but also the other two copies change at the same time. I
Exactly.
wanted to mention that so you don't need to focus on just the images or the message, but you can focus on the entire design to be fully customizable.
Exactly. Yeah. This is really nice. And we started to see this design on Etsy a couple of months ago, and now it's like really trending. Maybe it's because it's summer, so people buy t-shirts more now, but we see this one with the 6 photos everywhere. So I recommend to take a look at it. Okay, so then moving on to Customily Designs option for t-shirts. Of course, we have one for each of the current seasons. We have some nice designs for summer. If in the case you don't feel like creating anything, you just can go to Customily, pick a design for summer, and apply it to your t-shirt. Super simple. In this case, you can customize it with a girl or a boy and your pets. It can be dogs or cats. Then we have graduation. Again, this is like the Taylor Swift one where you mixed like a season with something popular. In this case, like the graduate is like for like the movie. So we do that combination of graduation with something that resembles to a movie that everybody knows, which is really cool. Then we have these pet lover designs. This is amazing. It looks good on any product, but for kids, for example, it's really cute. You can put a dog, a cat. You can put more pets if you want. You can pick between one, I think, up to 5 or 6 pets. And it says like personal stalkers, which is really nice for kids because pets are always behind and taking care of kids at home. And
Yeah,
then,
it also connects to a movie, just in case for
yeah,
adults, with the usual suspects. So, I mean, it brought me
yeah,
back that image.
yeah, definitely, yeah. And then we have this one, like father, like daughter. Again, it had a peak of sales during Father's Day, but it's trending the whole year. This specific design with the background with the lines is super trending. You will see it in all of the big stores. I can't name anyone here, but you know, some of the bigger ones that starts with M, you will see that has this design with the background with the lines everywhere. So I'm sure this design for fathers will sell at any point, not only in June. Okay, last but not least, we wanted to share with you our blog. We have a blog article where we share more ideas of how to personalize t-shirts. It's super complete. I think it has like 30 or 40 ideas. Ezekiel will be sharing the link in the chat, so you can check it afterward. It's a bit long, so don't go see it now. Pay attention to the lesson, and afterward you can read our blog and grab more ideas from there. Okay,
Well, thank you,
well,
Cecilia.
that's pretty much
Yeah.
for today. I leave you now to continue our class about t-shirts.
Well, thank you. And whatever you're going to see now, definitely will be connected to the blog article, because this is just a sparkle of idea to what you can do. First of all, let me tell you that most of the examples that Cecilia showed you are not exactly how things turn out to be at the beginning in Customily. Why? Because mockups are pretty standard for all print-on-demand providers, and they show up pretty simple. And for that, actually, I have let's say, let me quickly show you on the screen. This is what Customily usually um, brings in when you create a new product from a print on demand. In this case, this is a custom cut example. While we can see Printify, Printful, mockups usually show up with a white background. And that's perfect. Basically, that's all you need. And you can add a media gallery to add all images you want. In fact, you don't even have to use the Customily preview as the main image. You can use very nice images like the one as Cecilia showed you. And then when you start customizing, you will see this floating t-shirt on a white background. Now, what if we can change this? And I'm going to be a bit technical on this side, but you should know that this is possible to change with Customily, since Customily allows you to change templates after the product has been created, and you don't even have to change anything about the print. All you have to do is take advantage of that tool to enhance the preview for your customers. Okay. Of course, you can create as many mockups as you want, but also the preview could be more attractive and user friendly. It could end up being something like this, right? This example actually is the same T-shirt, but actually now we have a nice background. It could be a table. It could be a hanging on a wall with a hanger. And if you have multiple print areas, you can have them coexist on the same preview, which is basically what Customily does. As you can see in this case, we can change, for example, the icon on the pocket, right? And at the same time, we can change the girls on the back, right? This is a T-shirt that has a back and a pocket, right? On the front, we have the pocket, and on the back, we have all the Customily design. But the way you see the preview is, well, it's not this, right? And at the very end, you can still have this Customily information and these print files to create something like this. So everything is possible, and it's just a matter of how you want to present things. In this case, this is my main listing, and I even have a gallery here, right? And when I want to personalize, right, this was the original, and this is how I turn things in. And when I start customizing, the preview will have this attractiveness, okay? So let me show you how you can do it. When I said it was a technical thing involving here, is because you need a graphic editor, right? Most of the assets for these mockups will be provided by your print-on-demand company, but you still need to tweak a couple of things. We have some tutorials on our help center, and the idea is that you can use these live sessions also to try to replicate some of the things. Graphic editor softwares could be paid or could be free, actually. Most common ones are Photoshop, which is it's paid, but also you have GIMP, which is an open source kind of software. Those you can just download and edit. The tools I'm going to show you are pretty much the same, and I will try my best to show you concepts instead of click here, click there, right? But still, I'm going to be using Photoshop. And don't worry, we're not going to get really deep into what you can do with the tool, but with a couple of things, you will see the big difference. And the idea is that you can present products, for example, like we said here, with a front design for a front and back. And we had that example with the pocket, right? Pocket can actually be showing multiple images, but you can change one, right? And well, pocket and back is the one I just showed you. It's possible. This doesn't come automatically, right? Because we need to ensure that things are clear and equal for all possible products. But nothing stops you from then spicing things up to make it really attractive and appealing to customers, and also at the same time keeping all information in one single preview. Okay, so let's get started with how to improve your product photos when selecting t-shirts. And for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one product first. So let me go back to the to Customily. Okay, so back on my store in Customily, I'm going to go to create new product. Okay, today we're not going to be crafting designs or product bases. We're going to start with what we have. So I have print-on-demand providers, and I have Printify, right? So in Printify, I can find my, let's say, unisex. There was something called the unisex heavy cotton tee, right? Heavy cotton tee. This one, right? So this is the product I want to sell. This is, for example, my provider, and these are all the available colors and sizes. Very important is, well, in this case, I'm going to be selling white, but of course, if you're going to be selling a lot of things, you can pick as many as you want. The reason why I'm picking just one is to show you the part of the works, right? But most of what I'm going to do can apply to multiple colors at the same time. We can pick multiple sizes, right? And then pick front. That's it. So we're ready to create this, and we're going to click next to find a Customily design. Let me find. We talk about graduation, which is pretty much over, and then we talk about summer, which is right here. So let's go with the summer and see what we have. Summer season. Okay, so I'm probably going to use this for our second product, but I'm going to use the dog. Okay, dog days of summer for woman, right? So I'm going to click this, and that's it. Customily will create our new listing with our new template and options. In the meantime, I can go to the Printify website, and I can find in the catalog the t-shirts, right? And I'm going to look for the unisex heavy, right? It's a heavy cotton tee. This is the one I'm using right now to create. And guess what? Whenever you pick this and you get inside the product itself, you can start designing, or even better, you can pick, right? You see when it says show additional providers, you can pick precisely your provider just to see what colors are available, what mockups are available, and then find it. Okay, so if POD. So I can click on start designing. I have all these colors available, right? And I get to this page. Okay, so of course I can upload or create any kind of artwork for my product, but actually I want to go to the preview part. This is very important, very interesting, because if you go to the preview, you will get the basic mockups, including the ones we use in Customily, right? The front, the back, and we have the front with wrinkles and the back with wrinkles, all right? And then we have the hanging, yeah, could be hanging like this. Yeah, could be something like this. And then we have, if we click on show more, we have the people. Now, here's the thing, the cool thing. Printify, as many other PODs, will allow you to edit, right, and upload any artwork, and it's going to render all these mockups with that artwork. So we can take advantage of this tool, and we can create a test print file of our product and use that test print file to put it here and create all these mockups. So in a very fast way, we can have all these ready to put in our Shopify or Etsy gallery really fast, right? But why would I need the empty images? Basically because I want to create this wrinkle effect. If I go with the front flat, well, okay, that's great. But what if I want to do just a bit more of an effect? I can use this, right? Because it has wrinkles. Now, how am I going to put my design on top of the wrinkles and actually see the wrinkles? That's one of the many tricks we're going to show you today. And actually, there's a step-by-step tutorial in our help center, so you can also follow that if you don't want to follow this video. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and I'm going to click on download mockup here at the bottom. And then I'm going to put this, okay, this is going to be the LS front wrinkle base, right? And so far so good. That's all I need right now from Printify. If I go back to Customily I have this ready, right? This is my white. I don't know what's that white. And let's go with number of dogs. So let's say 2 dogs. So it's going to be the girl. I'm going to personalize this just to create a quick image that is not the empty the empty mockup, just like that. Yep. And dog is right. And the second one is this one. Great. And that's our product. Let's click to save this to be our, for the moment, to be our listing photo, and go to the top to change the name so we make sure this doesn't get in all the rest of those similar products we did. So instead of we're going to see the summer, live session summer front tee, right? Okay, so as we're all good with this, let's keep it as a draft for now. So let's click Save Draft, and that takes us to Customily. This could be ready to go. All we have to do is put a price on this and add some tags, add some keywords for the search engines, and that's all we need. But how about we try to make this look a lot better? So for that, we have the image we downloaded from Printify. Printify just put out this front image, yeah, and we actually want the other one, right? So let's go to Photoshop. In here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the image we just used, which is the LS. That's why I always put this front with wrinkles, right? Oh, wait, just give me 1 second. Usually when you download this, it says PNG, but apparently it's not a PNG, right? And that, or at least it's not a straight editable PNG. So you need to save again. I don't know why. Yeah, save, replace, and I think we're good with this. Let's try again. Okay, right, there you go. So this is my my image in Photoshop. I want to do 2 things here. The first I want to do is, okay, so this image is ready to go, right? But I want to apply these wrinkles, okay, on top of the image. So for example, if I were to go to Customily again, I can click here to edit my template. Remember, we are not going to be just previewing this. We just saw how the product looks. We can just try again by clicking here. The product has this flat view, as we see. It has an overlay. It has a texture which makes this a bit darker, but it's we wanted to change the mockup. So we click on the template to open the template, right? Just like this. Click to edit. And we forget about the first step. The first step is the print, and this is perfect. We don't want to do anything with this. We want to go straight to the second step, to the preview, right? So we click next, and we go to the preview. First thing you're going to see is that's not the color I selected, right? Why? Because all colors are rendered on the template always, all available colors from that supplier. But if you check on the other on this Customily section, you will see that the product has the template, has the options, and on the variants actually has the color variants. Only one color, right? Yeah, but the color, the white color, is actually on the position 1515. Basically, this is the way Printify works. It's going to have one image per size. So if you have, I don't know, 20 colors and 10 sizes, you have 200 images, right? But in this case, this is the way it is structured, and you don't have to worry. This is a great way for you to find the image that actually is going to be loading. So you go back to the template, you pick the product colors, right? Of course, we need to unlock this. And if we actually type here, instead of position 1, we go to position 15. That's, well, it seems to be the same color. Position 151, and then we go to position 1,500. That's the white, right? At the same time, we have no. That's actually the image. There's no overlay with the wrinkles in this particular product, but we can add it because we're enhancing this. So first we need to do is click to upload a new image. We can replace this, as you can see, right? If you don't like it, you don't save it. Let me go with the front with wrinkles, just like that. Right, and now it is. In case this is not exactly precise, don't worry. You can always unlock everything from the design, select everything, of course, not the product, and just position this to be more realistic. Don't worry about this. This is always editable by you. But now we have this image, and guess what? The wrinkles are not showing on top of the design. We need another dynamic image on top of this to provide the wrinkles, but they need to be transparent. So this is how we're going to do it. On the tutorial, you will see that you need to basically select the t-shirt, right? Copy that t-shirt and paste it as a mask on another layer, and then invert the colors to create just the darker versions in transparency. There's a lot of things but I just gave you a quick concept so you can look for that on another software. But if you're going to be working with Photoshop, what you need to do is the following. I cannot make this bigger as interface, but I'll do my best, and you can let me know if there are some icons you don't see. First of all, in the layers part in here, at the bottom, we have some tools to create new layers. And I want to create a new layer, which is the new paper here. I click one, I create one layer, and then I create another one. So one layer, the last one I created, I'm going to, with the bucket here, the paint bucket, I'm going to pick black, and I'm going to paint all black. Then layer number 2, I'm going to paint any color that is not black and white. Could be this one. You don't see that, don't worry, because basically you need to toggle this on and off. That's it. I need those 2 layers for now. But then let me click back to my main picture, right? This is the one I need to work on. And I need to go to the selection tools. There's a lot of selection tools. If you're happy with the lasso, you can just try to select whatever you are going to be using as your texture, right? This is pretty nice. Maybe we need to be a bit more detailed, right? Another way to select is by using the magic wand, which is pretty accurate, right? And if not, you can just adjust the tolerance or just click again to, well, maybe add a couple of things or not. Let me try to reduce the tolerance to see if I can at least narrow the selection to what it is, right? Okay, pretty sure we are close there. What we need to do is we need to select the t-shirt. We select basically what we need to use, we're going to be using as our texture. Actually, the way I see this is, I don't know why we have, oh, yeah, right, I know why, because I actually picked the background, so it selected everything white, right? Don't worry, you can always right-click and click select inverse or select opposite, and that will select only the t-shirt. So once we are here, we go to edit and we click copy, just like that, all right? So now that we copy this, we can go and play with the layers. We pick the black layer. We need to, of course, toggle this view. And then there's one of the buttons here when you added a new layer. There's one with basically has a hole. It's a rectangle with a hole. This is to create a mask within the layer. It will give like a floating effect on top. So if I click this, I will create, now, very important, sorry. We copy the t-shirt, yeah? Don't worry about this. And we need to deselect. Okay, that's Great. So we select the t-shirt, we copy the t-shirt, and we deselect. Then we go to our black layer, we toggle this viewable, and we click on the rectangle with a hole, which is to add a new mask. And now you see this layer actually has two parts, the front and the mask. And we need to enter this. We have to enter this or this. We're going to enter this one. This is the mask itself. The way to enter this, and I have tried to find some menu commands to avoid shortcut keyboard shortcuts, but I couldn't find any of this. You need to click the Alt key and then click, right? And now we are inside. Now that we are inside, what we need to do is go to Edit, Paste Special Paste in Context, or Shift Control V, Shift Command V also in Mac. And now we have the t-shirt. That's great. We right click to unselect. And this is pretty much the final stage. We are going to go to Image. In Image, we have something called Adjustments, and we have the Invert. Invert also is Command or Control I. And it should look like something like this. Remember, we are inside this object, right? So whenever we are finished, all we have to do, click on the Select or Move item. And I think with the Alt key or the Control or Command key, click outside, and that's it. We are out of this element. Alt click, we enter, and it looks like this. Control click goes outside. Now that we have this, we're pretty much done with our overlay, and that's why we created the second layer in color. Why? Because this allows us to play around with the opacity and the contrast of our layer. So if we pick on this object that has the texture, we can click on Image, Adjust Brightness and Contrast, and when we pull up the brightness, we make this stronger, right? We want this too strong, and we pull down the contrast. Actually, this shows a bit stronger. If we don't want the wrinkles to be very strong, we can go slow, go negative on the brightness, right? But basically what we're doing is we're adjusting how transparent our texture is going to be. And the orange layer allows us to see the effect better than if we have a white. Okay, so that's it. Let's say, okay, now this is something you can play around with that. And that's it. All you have to do is right click on that layer, click on Quick Export as PNG. And we're going to call this LS front wrinkle. I'm going to call this overlay. I try to separate what a mask and an overlay is. A mask is the black and white shape we use for image placeholders and maps. The overlay is this extra PNG that we use in Customily. So if I jump into Customily, I can create a new dynamic image in the step 2. This will be called the texture overlay. And if I click on upload image, yeah, and I look for that, this one, right? Okay, yeah, that's it. Now this is a bit bigger because we only exported the shape instead and not the entire canvas. But all I have to do is do this, and it's going to fit pretty much there. Okay, and because this is on top of everything, it's giving the texture on top of the design. That's how you at least give an extra thing to your t-shirts. Questions so far? Okay, second thing I'm going to show you. Oh, wait, Jose, the overlay is great. Can you just save it on Customily to be used in the future? So we don't have to go through all this. Well, actually, it's a file. So all you have to do is upload. I mean, you do it once. Overlays should shape up exactly like the should shape like the product. But for example, if you're going to be using product bases, let me show you really quickly. When you create a product base, if you're working with similar products to POD and you want to use the same base file, the white t-shirt, and you want to add the overlay, let's say you create a product base, right? Let's say you create, okay, it's going to be 100 by 100. When you go to the second part of the product base, here you have the product image, which is the white t-shirt, the one we call the front product base. And we have this tool, the mask. Here's where you can add these overlays, right? Even though it's called mask, and it will create a sandwich. Let me just quickly show you. And the design, which is going to be on the print area, will be between those two. So this is how you can save a mask to use later. Put it in a product base. Now, if you're going to be using PODs, maybe a quick way to access a mask is to create a library, which is going to be very fast to just click on pick library and pick that mask. And eventually, if you want to enhance that, you can just change the library and it will update all your products. That will be the best recommendation I would do is put this mask, even if it's just one image, put it on a library so all products could update if you decide to change that mask in the future, that overlay, to be more precise. Let's do another trick with the same file. Let me take you to Photoshop again. Let's say we're going to forget about the black, sorry, we're going to forget about the black layer and the orange layer and stick with the original one. I think what we need to do is we need to actually replicate the selection again. Well, because we have this, if we click with the Control or Command key, we click here, I think we replicate the selection. Let me just 1 second. Okay, just Alt to enter and click to select. Okay, no, it's not giving, no worries. Okay, just let's go to selection again, right? Let's pick on the background. Okay, showing everything because we have the tolerance. Right. Okay, so it's more, I'm pretty much there. Okay, so we pick the t-shirt again. We invert the selection because we only want the t-shirt. Yeah. Okay, so this is the shape we need to keep. And at the same time, we don't want anything to do with the background. So because we selected the white part and not the t-shirt, what we can do is go to edit and erase. Or we can hit the delete button on the keyboard and unselect. Now we have the same t-shirt and nothing around, which can be pretty useful. And we can export this. We can just right-click and quick export as PNG. And we're going to call this the LS front wrinkle base, no, transparent. Why do we want to do this? Because we want to put another background, context background. So we go back to Customily and okay, so texture overlay, this is transparent, this will have no problem. But the background, the product color right now has a white background. So if I were to create a new dynamic image, which is going to be our context, right? Let me push this down, but it's going to be on top of product colors. I'm going to upload a context I found. I'm not happy with this context, to be honest, but this is the best I could get to get some contrast. I want to use this one. Okay. We don't see this. Okay, this is here, right? So if we expand this to fit the canvas, if we put this context to be the last layer, so behind the product color, it's not going to show. Why? Because our product color has a white background. But our newest creation, based on the original image, doesn't have a background. So if I were to find this, it says front wrinkle base, front wrinkle overlay, and front wrinkle transparent. Yeah. Okay, I will have to adjust this slightly, but just a bit. Just so they are perfect. In the future, you will know that you can export everything with the same size, so you don't have to do this readjustments. Yeah. But now you see how the context is showing. Why? Because our product base, our product color, has no background. It's transparent. And then I can just grab this and make it really big, or as big as I want this, push it all the way to one side. And that's my context. Maybe I can just, yeah. You see how things change now, right? Because now we have the t-shirt, we have a context, the context should be better. I understand that. Couldn't find anything that I really liked. And that's it. And nothing has changed from the print. We are just enhancing the product preview. So when I click next and I save this, my print is always the same. My preview has changed. And remember, we are not. Oh wait, let me just double check. No, it's okay. The reason we're seeing this is because here we flat everything and we'll see the first images. But remember, we saw things working together, right? So when I click save, you will see that everything is perfectly working well in the precise white position we talk about. And let me, okay, let's save this. And we have the product open. Okay, back to templates, open the product. And this was our, this was supposed to be our preview. Look now how the preview will show. Of course, the listing photo hasn't changed, and we're going to get into that. But if I go with 2 dogs, my preview looks way better. So I'm going to call this, right? So let me customize this really quickly. I want to show you something. Next thing we can do to improve this. Because right now, if we customize this with 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs, okay. Right, okay. One thing we can do to enhance our gallery, we can click preview, right click, save this image, then do a 4 dog or a 1 dog, and again, preview, save the image. Another thing we can do, we covered this in previous live sessions, but there's a way for you to generate print files for testing purposes without any cost. You will need what we call an engraver, which is exclusively for you. It's a code, right, with your API. We can share on the chat the tutorial to get that specific code. And you can right-click on the product page after you customize, click on Inspect, look for the Console tab, which is the second tab, and at the end, you should be able to paste your engraver code, hit Enter, and this will generate the print file automatically. This print file is not an order, right? So there's no cost. It's meant for testing purposes. That will be generated very soon, right? It's the same as you will pull this from an order. It's a production link without the connection to any particular order. And the thing is, once this print file is ready, you can download that and you can use it for, remember what we said in the first place. I have another one just in case, but let me see one more attempt. Okay, I have another one. When you come here to Printify and you are looking for your nice mockups, you go to Edit, you upload that print file that you have generated out of your testing, right? For example, I have this one. Make sure everything looks correct. If this has been generated on the same product base, it has precisely the same size to fit here. That's the even better part of this. And then you go to preview again, and the POD is rendering everything exactly the way you need. So you will have the hanging version with the wrinkles, right? You will have, remember, this is just mockup images for your media gallery. So even if it has the wrinkles on top, it's just a static image. The overlay we created is for the Customily preview. So whatever you change about this always has the wrinkles on top. But check it out. We have people wearing our design automatically. And you can download everything here and populate your gallery. That's one great solution using our test production file. This one, right? Let me save this image, right? Okay, save. Another tool, it's a paid tool, but it's very interesting, is Placeit. Placeit is very interesting. It's an AI tool, and you can pick any product, for example, this one, right? And upload your design and generate the mockups in a more lifestyle way. So, right, so customize your design, perfect. Let's go with the, oh, we actually have the t-shirt color and the design. So let's go with the design. Right, so in this particular case, the left design, it has a very specific size. Don't worry, one thing you can do with Photoshop or similar software is to resize everything you need. So I'm going to pick this, yeah? This is the design this is the design we created. And if we go to image canvas size, I think there's a way for us to change this. Let me just see what they are asking. They're asking for 750 by 1200 pixels. So we change to pixels. We put relative to 1200 in height. Okay. Let me adjust the image better. Okay. So 1200 will be 750. We're going to go with this 750, and then we change the size. Okay, so that's the part of the resizing is this, and then we need to squeeze this in the canvas to okay, so a bit bigger, 1200. Okay, yeah. So this will be the specific size that this particular website called Placeit will use. That's in the case, and there's a good question in the chat. What happens is if the POD doesn't have mockups to render? Well, you can use this Placeit tool. Let me save this, okay, and put it on this. So I'll go left design and go with upload from your device. Okay, that's perfect, 100%. And you see how it renders amazingly. And you do the same with this, and that's your mockup. And there's a lot of products. I mean, this is phone grip, mug, right? In fact, it's rendering some other images for you to see. It's a great tool, and there are other tools, right? I'm just showing you one so you can get an idea of what you can do with what Customily offers you. Customily offers you the preview on the page, so you can grab snapshots of the product as you personalize, or it also gives you the print, the test print, yeah, and you can put this on any software or any POD tool already working, yeah. And well, that's, like I said, this process with the preview and the print file on on Printify, Printful, or any other POD are for creating gallery images for your product. So at the end of the day, your product may customize looking flat, but all your gallery images will be more lifestyle. Let me check some other questions. Let me see if we can add an extra topic, or we should generate another content for later. Okay. If we have a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you another trick. So let's say we create another product. This product is going to be a new one, and I'm going to the start again. Let's say you have two print areas. That's one of the examples that Cecilia mentioned. It was the front and back. Instead of front and back, which is something we can do, all right? That's something easy. Usually those products will render with a front and a back all together. But eventually what you can do is craft some images like this. For example, this is when you are creating front and side, right? You can put this together in Photoshop or similar software. Front and back can look like this, so it doesn't have to be very separated. It has to be, it could be one on top of the other slightly, but the design is always visible. Okay, and out of any of these images, you can create the overlays and you can create the context exactly the same way we already did. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you really quickly what could happen if we want to create a pocket product. Pocket basically are the ones that print on the chest and print on the back or on the side. So let me go to Printify again. And let's search for pocket, because there's a product that's called actually, the unisex pocket t-shirt. So in here, we can pick the color. This case is going to be white again. But again, in Photoshop, you can put all the images, all the flat images, and the overlay will be just one. And that's it. You can put all the colors that you need together. Sizes, all sizes. And the print is going to be the pocket and the back. Okay, so when we click next, we need to first pick the pocket print, the design for the pocket print area. I'm going to use one of our designs that we had before. We're going to use one that we use because this is a summer theme. So we're going to use beach icons for the pocket. Beautiful. And for the back, we're going to use a summer design, pretty much the same we use here, or the besties. Let's go to summer. Okay, summer besties. And that's it. Let Customily process all this together. There's a question. When you create products with multiple print areas, will it generate separate print files for each section? Yes. Actually, that depends entirely on the PLD provider. Usually, multiple print areas imply multiple products, and Customily automatically separates all things together. So it's a very good question, and it's automatically done. And you're going to see how it looks when this template is finished. Now, in the meantime, this is working. We can go again to Printify. We can go back to products, go and find pocket. Right, this is the t-shirt we're using. And if we go to our provider, which was Swift POD, go to Start Designing. Instead of editing, we're going to click Preview. And in the preview, you see we have, well, front with the pocket, we have back, person 1, person 2, but we have a person close-up. And if we want to put together a really nice view of the product, we're going to be using this close-up, right? Let's download this, and I show you how you can do this. So let me call this the LS Pocket Close-up. That's it. Let's go to Customily again and see what happened. This is the no, this is where we are right now. So let me just close a couple of things. Now you see how this has been rendered. This is rendered to show clearly the front and the back, the pocket and the back. But this is not a very attractive view, right? So let me call this the ls summer summer back plus pocket. Right, so if we click on the icon, it's going to show the icon. That's great. We can call this the summer 2024, right? Or 25 for next season. 24, yeah, we are still summer. And these are the girls and everything. I mean, we can save this image, but we don't like this image. So we're going to keep it as a draft again and have Customily show us the backend so we can see the template and the options. Okay, very important. You see, like always, when we go to, we check the product, we check the template, the options, and when we check the variant, we see that the colors have different positions depending on the color we selected. In this case, we need to modify the position number 6, which is the white. If we have multiple images, we have multiple colors, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Depending on the colors we select. So let's open the template. And let me show you what I mean by pocket. This also goes with the question we had about separate print files. So if I go to edit, in the print, I will see that, remember, this product had 3 print areas, above pocket, back, and pocket. So these files are all what we need. Right now, pocket is 1 file, above pocket it's empty, and back has this design. Yeah, so automatically everything is created and is going to render 3 different print files. But on the preview, on the next step, things are different. Why? Because, well, we get to see this, which is maybe not the most attractive thing to do and to see. So we have the pocket here, we have the back here, and then we have the product colors. Remember, the product in the position number 6, we have the white version, right? But I would rather not change yet this image because this reference is pretty useful. I'm going to create a new dynamic image and I'm going to bring the back image. The back image, you should have downloaded that, right? It should be this, back product base. Okay. So now this is our back. The reason why I want a new image is because, to be honest, I want this to be precise on the proportion and the position. So one thing I can do is I can click on appearance in this new image, toggle this a bit down just to see how this will fit. Pretty much there. Just so I'm happy with the proportions and everything. Yeah. Okay, great. Still, this is pretty empty. So let me just pull this all the way down to this, right? So now I have the back and the image. Yeah, that's all I need. Okay, and the product colors, well, pretty much I don't need this anymore, but for now I have this one and I have this one. How would I like to show the pocket? Would I like to show this as big as this? Or maybe I want to make this, sorry, this. Oh, I have something locked. That's why I'm not being able to resize things. Let me just, that's the thing. Okay, so now I pick the entire back and the image, and now I can resize. I want this image to show pretty big. Yeah, like that. Okay. Okay, and then I want the pocket to show small in here, but to show on the close-up I made. So I can create, let's call this the say the new product color. Okay, right. We can even put this to be the same ID. It doesn't matter because it's going to show white. And now let's say I add another image. That's going to be the pocket view. And I can go to upload images and I can find this pocket, right? Okay. I can do something like this. I can let me align to the bottom and to the left. Okay. I can do this. Okay, all good. Maybe we need to make it smaller, but the pocket is pretty small. So why don't we play around with this? Play around with this image. Now that we have it, we can actually do it. So let's go to paint. I need to change this, resave this again, just really quickly. Okay, files, save as PNG on the same position. Okay, and now I can open Photoshop. So I'm going to open this one, right? So if I were to start with something, I will say I want to move this and make it bigger. To make it bigger, I need to open the free transform, which is the Control T. I really don't know how to. You need to trigger the free transform. It's not. I couldn't find that in the menus. I can only find that in the shortcut keyboard shortcuts. What if I want this? So it should show a bit of the person, a bit of the t-shirt on the neck or something. Because if I put this, like it's not very clear which part. Okay, so check. Now this is a bigger zoom, more clear view of the pocket. Another thing we can do, maybe we can remove the the neck. Center this, and instead of having a pretty nasty square there, we can click on the in the circle selection and try to drag a circle. If I hold the shift, the circle will be full, just like that. Okay, that is what I want to pick, and we can use the same tool we use for the overlays. There's a rectangle with a hole on the bottom here. This pretty much what does is whatever you have selected will become the new mask of the object. And if I click there, now I have this as a circle. Moreover, I can right click and say fusion options. And there's a lot of things here, but all I need is trace or outline, something like that. Okay, that will give me this pretty nice perspective and shape. That's it. We can just click to right click or here, export as PNG. We're going to say ls pocket close-up circle and go back to Customily and come here and change this to this view. Now this looks better, right? And we can actually grab our entire pocket file here, make it bigger, and position this in here. Oh, it's behind because, well, this pocket view should be all the way down. Let me just wait. Close, close, close. Okay, there you go. Okay, pocket view, new product color, and the pocket part, we put it here. So this is the pocket. And we are going to shrink this to make sure it fits the pocket. Doesn't matter if this looks like this. Remember, Customily allows you to go to transform and add a skew effect like this. So it will shift. Oh, actually, it's going to shift like that. And it's going to shift like that. So that's a bit more aligned. Same goes with this. We can shift this. Maybe we need to shift the same way. 4 and minus 9. 4, minus 9. Okay, and we can preview the icons just to see how they are shifted. Right, and now it's the same print file, but it's looking pretty nice along with the back. And we're going to just hide the original product colors. We don't need that. And this is the product image. This is the back. So now if we pick, for example, the pocket and the pocket view, make it a bit bigger, just like that. And this is our new preview, just like that. And the print is the same. Nothing has changed from the pocket and the back. Yeah, it's printing different, but it's showing all at the same time in a better view. Our template has been updated. Nothing has changed about the print. Nothing needs to be updated. All we need to do is refresh our product, and that's it. Right? So instead of having this preview, we have a nicer looking preview. Okay, so forget about the listing photo. You can change that anytime. But when we click on Customize, that's how things look. And that's how girls will change, just like that. Again, the background doesn't have to be white. You can change it the same way we did before, right? So try to see all the potential of having multiple print areas and showing them in a better way in the preview. Whenever, depending on the PLD provider, you can have the front, the back, the chest, the top of the chest. You can have the sleeves. Also, some PODs will allow you to print on the back of the neck and on the label. In any case, everything can be put together in the same image. You can have another circle for the label, another circle for the side. I showed you we have a couple of images when you see the front and the side, and that's also possible. I know we have extended a bit more, but it's time to see we have some other questions. We wanted to cover all this because actually we prepared all this material for you. It was very nice and important to show you just how ideas can come when you're experimenting with the best way to show off your t-shirts. We have seen people wearing t-shirts, context, changing backgrounds, applying textures, adding second print areas in the same preview in a better way than just two flat images. That's a lot of things to consider when selling off, not just selling, but selling off your t-shirt product. Just to round up this, in case we didn't skip this, but we talked a bit about this. This is kind of the end result when we are seeing this. I mean, this is listing photos, right? But if there's a clear view of the design, you can still use a person as your image. You can actually download the model image without any customization. Use that image as part of your mockup. Put the text there. Add the overlay with the texture if you want to. You're going to get the front and back example result right away, or the pocket and back design right away. I mean, we covered this when we talk about possible ways to show the t-shirt, but now that you have seen how you can do it, coming back to this, circling back to this is a great end for this particular lesson. I'm going to show you how you can do the same overlays we showed on a live session in Photoshop by using Photopea, which is a free online website for image edition. So you start in Home and you open from your computer. We start with the basics that you have already downloaded, the mockups from the BOD. And when you click on Open from Computer, you're going to open the same one we used. In that case, it was the live session front wrinkled base. Once you have this image, what you're going to do is, as we did before, go to Layers, and we're going to click on the New Layer button here to add two layers. The top layer, we're going to paint this black, so we're going to find the Paint Bucket toggle. We're going to click here on the color button and find the black and say OK, and click on anywhere to paint. Then we hide this, right? And we click on layer 1 and change this to any full color that is not black and white. And we click again to paint this red. And that's it. We are going back to the original image, and we're going to find in the selection tools, we need to select the entire t-shirt to create the overlay. We can use lasso or rectangles or select. We're going to use magic wand, adjust the tolerance, right? And click on the white background, which is the easiest to select instead of selecting from the t-shirt body. We will give you something like this. Instead, click the select. We're going to click on the white, and it's going to pretty much select everything. If we need to fine tune this, what we can do is click again, and if we don't like it, we can just adjust our tolerance to 4 and click again. If it's grabbing some elements on the inside, maybe turn your tolerance to 2, click again, or deselect and click again. So with this in mind, we're going to fine tune this by zooming in and changing our tools. For example, we can go to the polygon tool and add to the selection and clicking on these spots to add those details. So we can quickly shape up the part of the t-shirt we need, just like that. Remember, we are selecting the white because it's easier to pick all the pixels, right? And that's it. If we have some details that are actually being selected, we can click on the polygon, okay, or on the ellipse, and just try to find them to remove them from what we are selecting right now, just to be more precise. Once we are finished with this, we need to right click to click inverse, so we have the t-shirt selected. Now we're going to go to edit, and we're going to click copy, just like that. And we're going to click right click and click the select. Now we go to layer number 2, which is the black one. Toggle this to view the layer and go to the create new raster mask. That will add another item here that you can access by clicking Alt click, and it will be inside. Then in here, we're going to click Control V or Command V to paste our copied element. And what we need to do now is go to the image, adjustments, invert. It should look like something like this. Now that we're done, we're going to click on the select tool and click Alt or Control to navigate out of here. So you should see everything black again. But if we actually turn on the red layer and we turn off the and we pick this, now we see that this layer, this mask on the layer is visible, and we can go to Image, Adjustments, Brightness and Contrast, and we can play around with these bars to increase the contrast and the strength of our transparency or not, something like that. Once this is finished, we say OK, right? We can actually hide the other layers, and pretty much here you see the overlay ready. So what we do now is we click File, Export as PNG. That will set you on the settings, and you click Save. Okay. And that's one file you have saved. Then we can show the background, hide the rest of the layers, select again with the magic wand. Let's pick the background and select for the magic wand this. Of course, we were going to fine tune this again with our polygon. Once this is finished, we are going to create the version of the t-shirt that doesn't have a white background, so you can put another lifestyle or context background on this. Once you have selected everything but the t-shirt, you can come to edit and click on delete, and this will show transparent. That's it. You can right click to deselect and file, export as PNG. And there you go. That's how you create the no background version of the t-shirt and the overlay version of the t-shirt. Now, for the other example we made, we took one of the close-ups of the pocket in here, and we are going to pick the selection tool. When you pick the selection tool, you can enable the transform controls in here and make it bigger, for example, just like that. So once we have this as big as and centered as we need to, like this, we're going to say check to save the changes, hide again the transform controls, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick the ellipse selection, find close to the corner but not that close to the corner, so we can put a stroke later. We're going to draw an ellipse. If we hold the shift, it's going to turn into a circle, and we can position our crosshair there to finish the selection. Once this is done, we can turn this selection into a cropping mask for our initial image by clicking on the add new raster mask in here, the rectangle with the hole. That will turn this image into a circle cropper based on our ellipse. And one thing we can do is right click on the layer and click on blending options. Find among all blendings the one called stroke. Check it, right? So it will add it to the layer. Just like that. You can adjust by clicking on the stroke title, you can adjust the size, you can adjust the position and everything. Okay. Once this is finished, we're going to click File, Export as PNG, and everything will be ready. And that's how you can do the same we did on Photoshop, but on Photopea. Okay, well, if you have further questions, always you can reach out to our support channels. We have you can reach us over email. You can open a live chat in the app and join our Facebook communities where you can talk to other Customily users, share experiences, help out, answer questions, ask questions. There's a lot of participation in those communities. What do we have for our next live session? Conditional designs, him or her. What does this mean? It means that imagine a design in which you can pick a particular set of customizations and flip man or woman within that design. So you will pick the people, you will pick the scenario and everything, and you will have the man or woman or together choice to create these beautiful designs. Our topic, as you can see, will be weddings. So sign up for our next session. Send questions along the way. We're going to craft this session exactly the way you need it, with all your questions and inquiries. And well, that's all for today. Join us in our next live session next week, and we'll have a great day. And thank you for joining us and supporting us. Bye-bye.